Hello, dear students. Welcome back to the lecture series on the play Ghashiram Kotwal. In the last lecture, I have spoken about Act number 1 and what happens, the whole story of Act number 1 in my last lecture. We have seen how Ghashiram Kotwal rises to power as a police officer or as a police commissioner or as Kotwal of Pune under the reign of Nana Fadnavis, how he wins his heart. So we have seen the climax in Act number 1 where Ghashiram Kotwal rises to power. As I said before, this play is about the rise and fall of a character like Ghashiram Kotwal. And in Act number 2, we are going to see how Ghashiram Kotwal's own pride, his own hunger for power, or his own tyrannical behavior leads to his own downfall. So that is what we are going to see in Act number 2 of the play Ghashiram Kotwal. So at the end of Act number 1, we have seen how Ghashiram Kotwal is boasting of his new position as the Kotwal of Pune, Ghashiram Savaldas, the new Kotwal of Pune. There, Act number 1 ends. And here in Act number 2, the initial scenes show how Ghashiram Kotwal starts misusing his power as the Kotwal of Pune, how he starts troubling the people, ordinary people of Pune, how he tortures them. So there are lots of scenes wherein he is seen to be torturing lots of people of Pune, men and women as well, just in order to take revenge against the people of Pune. So with the new post, Ghashiram starts his tyrannical rule over the city of Pune. He troubles them, asks for permits for everything, for even a small thing like going out of home in the night time, you have to show your permits. So this is how Ghashiram Kotwal establishes his rule as a police officer in Pune. And he does not care about anyone. He is so brutal in his behavior that he does not even care why people are coming out or why are they doing certain things. He is not at all considerate enough. So that shows how he is blind with power. And on the other hand, we see how even Nana, who is now, on one hand you have the character of Nana Fadnavis, and on the other hand you have the character of Ghashiram Kotwal. Both have become blind. Now Nana is blind because he is indulged in pleasures, and on the other hand Ghashiram Kotwal has become blind because he has got a new position of power. So when people of Pune start complaining against Ghashiram Kotwal, complaining against the harsh rule of Ghashiram Kotwal as the police officer to Nana Fadnavis, even Nana Fadnavis doesn't seem to care much. He is busy in enjoying his own luxuries. So initially there are scenes how he is troubling lots of people in Pune in the night time when they are going out. He is troubling them, he is asking for permits. So these are the different scenes that we see in the beginning. And in the next scene, Ghashiram Kotwal starts thinking about the marriage of his daughter. He is now serious about the marriage of his daughter Lalita Gauri to a good man, but who is trapped in the uh, lusty trap of Nana Fadnavis. And in order to tell this to Nana Fadnavis that it is enough, and Ghashiram Kotwal now wants to marry his daughter off to someone else in a good family. When he goes to meet Nana comes and he is busy in getting married for the seventh time in his life, and all the celebrations of marriage are going on when Ghashiram Kotwal comes to meet Nana Fadnavis. Nana Fadnavis doesn't seem to care for anyone. He is busy in his own marriage. When he asks, "Where is my daughter Lalita Gauri?" Nana says, now this is a very cruel scene that we observe in this drama happening here. Nana Fadnavis used this girl Lalita Gauri, who is the daughter of Ghashiram Savaldas, for his own pleasures, but he was really a nasty man, because when Ghashiram asks, "Where is Lalita Gauri?" Nana says, "I don't know. I have given your daughter under the care of uh, a midwife," which means clearly that Lalita Gauri was made pregnant by Nana Fadnavis, and now she was misused by Nana Fadnavis. To Ghashiram, this is a shocking news, and he goes in search of that midwife. He meets that midwife who took care of Lalita Gauri and comes to know about a very horrible fact that Lalita Gauri died during childbirth and she was buried somewhere. So, this is the trap which Nana Fadnavis had set up against Ghashiram Kotwal. He used him for his own power, for his own lust, and in fact, he has used his daughter, Ghashiram's daughter, for his own purpose and just literally made a hell of her life. Ghashiram is now very much infuriated. He comes back to Nana and starts showing his anger, but he is helpless because his position was given to him by Nana Fadnavis himself. So he has to oblige Nana at any cost. But now the reaction, as a reaction to this behavior of Nana Fadnavis, is seen in the behavior of Ghashiram Kotwal, who becomes extremely brutal to the people around him. And there is an incident wherein, unfortunately, an innocent man is accused of theft, and Nana gives him most horrible punishment like burning his hands with hot iron ball and such other punishment. These are some of the scenes which are described in the drama. So these all things are happening, and Ghashiram decides to become more and more brutal. He wants to take revenge against everyone in Pune, even against Nana Fadnavis. He wants to take revenge, and as a result, he becomes extremely brutal police officer. Meanwhile, this is how Ghashiram's rule as a tyrant police officer is growing in Pune. People are afraid of Ghashiram Kotwal. People are afraid to come out of their houses because of this horrible ruler. And on the other side, simultaneously, there is a scene which now sets the scene for Ghashiram's downfall. See, there is a lot of moral lesson in this play. When we get power, we should use the power, but we should also take care that the power is not misused or overused. Now, Ghashiram Savaldas was given the power of Kotwali, but he started misusing or rather overusing his power so much that he lost his sense. What happens? The next scene tells us the story of those Telanga Brahmins. I have already told you in the different versions of the story how Telanga Brahmins came into Ghashiram's garden and how they were imprisoned. So this scene begins here. So some Telanga Brahmins are seen on the stage. Again, there are no different characters for Telanga Brahmins. I said the 9 Brahmins who have formed the human wall on the stage, they only come and act as if they are Telanga Brahmins. So they come in the garden, the scene is described, and they are just resting there, but they are arrested with the orders of Ghashiram Kotwal because they have just trespassed into his garden. So this is how we see Ghashiram is extremely blind in his own powerful position. He does not care what is the real mistake, whether people are really doing bad or he is just punishing them We don't know. Even he doesn't know it himself. So he doesn't even verify who are these people who have trespassed his garden, whether they are really thieves or trespassers, or they have just come to rest there. He doesn't even inquire about these. He just issues an order for their arrest, and he arrests them, locks them up in a very dark room where they are suffocated to death. Some of them are suffocated to death. And Gashiram gives this order of arresting them on the request of his gardener, but he doesn't know who they actually are. Next scenes lead to the final act of Gashiram's downfall, which is actually a little twisted story from the original version. As I told you, Nana Fadnavis was not really angry with Gashiram Kotwal in the original version of the story in the history. But here, we see that there is already a rivalry that has been established very strongly in between Nana and Gashiram Kotwal. If Gashiram does some mistake as an officer, Nana is not going to leave him. So this is the situation in which Gashiram has committed a mistake, a very harsh blunder by arresting those Brahmins, and this scene is revealed to the king, and now the whole story is revealed that some of the Brahmins have died, and the death of some of these Brahmins is not actually acted upon the stage, but it is told by the Sutradhar in order to cover a long story within a short time. Then in the next scene, Manaji Phakde, he informs Nana Fadnavis or the Peshwa about the death of so many Brahmins, and Peshwa summons Nana. So this is all narrated by the Sutradhara. In the next scenes, those Brahmins are now demanding for punishment of Gashiram Kotwal, and they all gather. Some of those Telanga Brahmins who remained alive, it was in fact Manaji Phakde who rescues the remaining Brahmins who did not die of suffocation, and those Brahmins now want justice. So they come to the court of Nana Fadnavis and ask him to arrest Gashiram Kotwal. Nana Fadnavis, who is seen as if he is busy in worshipping God, he is unsure, he is not knowing why this chaos is happening. Why are people gathered around his house? He asks his assistant as to what is happening and what do the people want, what do these Brahmins want. Then the messenger tells Nana Fadnavis that they are the remaining Telanga Brahmins who want Gashiram Kotwal's who want punishment in the form of death sentence for Gashiram Kotwal. This is an opportunity for Nana Fadnavis to take complete revenge on Gashiram Kotwal. He issues an order in which it is written, kill Gashiram Kotwal in the most inhuman possible ways. And all the scenes are described how Gashiram Kotwal is taken out of the city of Pune on the back of a camel, and how he is insulted, humiliated publicly, and how he is brutally killed by stone lynching. This is how the chapter of Gashiram Kotwal ends. We think that it is the last scene of the drama, it is the tragic downfall of Gashiram Kotwal. But the next scene comes, which is more brutal, we can say, because Nana Fadnavis, who had used Gashiram Kotwal as a very strong officer in his court, is now celebrating on the death of the same person whom he had appointed as Kotwal once upon a time. He in fact declares that all the people of Pune should celebrate for 3 days, because a huge tyrant has died. His chapter is over in Pune, and people of Pune can now be tension free. So Nana declares for a celebration of Gashiram's death for 3 days. So the scenes leading to the death or mob lynching of Gashiram Kotwal are not directly shown. Of course, some of them are shown, like Gashiram Kotwal is being dragged by some of the Telanga Brahmins, and then they are acting as if they are throwing stones on Gashiram Kotwal, but all the other descriptions are told by Sutradhara. And Nana's decision to celebrate the festival, celebrate this event as a festival, puts an end to this play. So this is the last scene of the drama. So in this act, so I have now briefed you about the plot line of act number 2. Now there are lots of scenes which I did not mention actually here, because all of them contribute to one thing. Like I said, in the beginning scenes of act number 2, we see how Gashiram Savaldas has become a tyrant ruler. And to justify this, there are scenes like he going to people unnecessarily troubling them, asking for the permit. He is trying to take control over a lot of people in Pune. So all these scenes are there. They contribute to the same thing, which symbolize the same thing, that is Gashiram Kotwal is a tyrant, and he is so blind in his powerful position that he does not think what is right, what is wrong, which kind of punishment is to be given in for what kind of offense. Even for a small offense, he is punishing people without even verifying whether they have really committed that crime. So all these scenes are there in the beginning of act number 2, and he is rising to more and more brutality with the news that his daughter Lalita Gauri is killed, not directly killed, but she is used by Nana Fadnavis, and she is made pregnant and she dies during that pregnancy. So this leads to the more and more animalistic behavior in Gashiram Kotwal. The kind of punishment that he starts giving to people after he hears the death show that the animalistic nature, which was now which was dormant in Gashiram Kotwal, is now coming out in most brutal forms. So all these scenes are there in Gashiram Kotwal act number 2. So here you see, it is almost like a Shakespearean drama. If I compare act number 2 with any other drama, I can compare it to many of the Shakespearean dramas, wherein it is the tragic flaw of one person who is actually good, but who is actually even heroic to some extent. Now here Gashiram Kotwal is heroic to some extent because he was a very able police officer, but the tragic flaw in him was his brutality, which leads to his ultimate end. And the power blindness, that is another tragic flaw we see in the character of Gashiram Kotwal, which leads to his ultimate end. How he dies, that is also extremely brutal. So this is how we see the man who was rising to height in power in the city like Pune is now falling down in his stature because of one big blunder. And in act number 2, the rivalry that had developed between Nana and Gashiram Kotwal is reinforced when we see the different scenes, how Nana uses Gashiram's daughter as an object of pleasure, how he doesn't even care when Lalita Gauri dies, how he doesn't even care when giving an order, a warrant against Gashiram Kotwal, stating that he should be humiliated, publicly humiliated before death. So these scenes reinforce the rivalry. It was nothing but a political rivalry. One wanted to be more powerful than the other, and one did not want to give away the power to someone who was from outside. In this case, Ghanshyam Kotwal is an outsider. If you look at it from historical perspective, from social perspective, Ghanshyam Kotwal is not a Peshwa Brahmin. He is a Kanauj Brahmin coming from North India. He speaks Hindi in between his dialogues. Actually, I have seen the Marathi version of the drama. He is using Hindi language in between his speech. So, this kind of, the person coming from outside gaining political power in your area, this is a reason to worry about for the people in politics. And exactly this is the situation which was seen in Maharashtra in the times when this drama was gaining popularity. So, keeping these factors in the background, Ghanshyam Kotwal is shown to be victimized. To some extent, we can call him a victim of the trap which was developed by Nana Fadnavis for his own reasons, his own pleasures or powerful purposes. So this is how we see how it is also, this drama can also be looked into from xenophobic perspective. Xenophobia means, the fear about a person coming from outside of your region. So there are lots of aspects to this drama, and now I have briefed you about act number 2, what is happening, how is the storyline moving on in act number 2. There are lots of themes, sub themes and aspects to discuss in this drama. It is a very composite drama, I would rather say, because it has got many political undertones, social undertones, and then undertones of sexuality. There are a lot of things to discuss about in this drama. So we will do that part of analysis in the next lecture. Thank you so much.